Let's do the homelessness New York Times opinion piece.
Yes. Yeah,
here?
that's my name.
We're here in New York City.
Yeah, I came here in January.
So you sleep out here on the sidewalk?
I'm 60 years old. I worked 35 years. I'm a college graduate. I have no record. I have never been arrested or accused of anything. And I sleep on the sidewalk.
A growing number of Americans do not see homeless people as humans. They're a drug addict. They're a bum.
Homeless addicts and criminals have pretty much taken over Seattle.
And these are not the homeless people, frankly, that I grew up with. I mean, These are people who are hearing voices, are on drugs.
They just need to get a job. How do you get a job when you can't take a shower? My name is Mark Horvath. I had a great job in television, and then in 1995, I ended up homeless for 8 years. That inspired me to start interviewing homeless people in 2008, sharing their experiences on my YouTube channel. Is anybody out here helping you?
I've been on my own since the age of 15 years old. I don't know anybody.
Last year, roughly 650,000 people in America were homeless on any given night. I want you to see them how I see them. Connie.
Yes.
You're homeless. Tell me about it.
The owner wanted possession of the property. They didn't have a 3-bedroom to accommodate me and my kids. We downgraded to a sleazy motel. I wasn't comfortable with that because of my children. And we downgraded to my van. I bounced from couch to couch for a while, and then I met this guy, and here I am.
People end up homeless for all kinds of reasons, but the leading cause of homelessness.
Oh, this guy's awesome. This is the Helsinki guy, right? This is the fucking same dude that went to Helsinki, right? Chat? Am I crazy? This guy's fucking dope. I'm glad that the New York Times is doing coverage like this. This is wild.
Is the lack of affordable housing.
I had 72 hours to get off the property, and I became homeless. I don't want to be out here. I don't have anywhere to go. 55 years old next January 5th. Speaking for myself personally, I don't have no family, and I have nowhere else to go. So I never thought I'd end up on Skid Row out here sleeping on docks and in back of businesses and everything, but that's what I guess I'm going to have to do. I don't know.
I worked for over 20 years with the United States Department of Defense as a classified contractor. Bought a home in North Carolina on a beautiful lake. 2.5 months later, my financial institution went bankrupt.
My master's degree is in adult education and training. If I had been paid commensurate to my credentials and my experience, I probably would not have been in a situation where I lost my apartment. I'm a single mom.
In the 15 years I've been interviewing homeless people, the biggest change.
Bro, fucking masters, is that shocking to you? This is America, goddammit. It's called bootstraps, Chad. Look it up. This kind of stuff is really good to show people because most people think that, like, remember what I always talk about? The made up, kind of stupid, kind of reductive analysis that I always engage in where I tell you there's 3 different tiers of homelessness. Everybody only thinks about the worst version of homelessness when they think about homelessness. They don't think about the 40% of homeless people in California that are currently devoid of shelter but have a job, okay? They don't think about the couch surfers. They don't think about people who are in the beginning stages of, like, on their journey towards the absolute worst version of homelessness that you see. Someone who has been devoid of shelter for so many years. Someone who is self-medicated. By the way, those self-medicated and obviously, like, mentally unstable, brain-broken people were like those people that you're seeing. At some point, they were they still are full-blown human beings, but they had dreams. They had jobs. They had goals. They were children. You know what I mean? They grew up. They experienced traumatic things in their lives.
That I have seen is the public and political push to criminalize homelessness.
It will soon be illegal for homeless people in Tennessee to camp in parks.
A new law in Missouri just took effect in the new year, making it illegal for homeless people to sleep on state land.
On Wednesday, Governor DeSantis signed a bill that bans people experiencing homelessness from sleeping and camping in public places.
And if you don't move,
then we get a ticket.
And how many tickets do you have?
Too many to count. I think in the past year and a half, it's like something like 30 that I've gotten.
30 tickets.
At $300 a pop.
Right. And for being homeless.
Yeah. For existing.
We cannot arrest our way out of homelessness. Just pushing people to a different city doesn't solve the problem. Many people are quick to assume homeless people are all on drugs, but the majority of people on the street do not have a substance use disorder. Some who do are really honest about it.
My problem is I'm addicted to heroin, so that's basically
can't
why
stay
I
in a
can't go off the
shelter.
street. Which I basically gave everything up for heroin, you know. So if anyone ever asks what it's like to shoot heroin, it's probably the only thing that'll get a man to give up money, job, family, pussy.
I only met each person for a moment. I can't verify their backstory, but I can verify their homelessness. And by stigmatizing homelessness, we point the fingers at people on the street who cannot fix the affordable housing crisis.
I got blown out of New Orleans by Hurricane Ida. Then I moved up to Colorado.
Yeah, because that was some time ago, right?
Yeah, I was back there. That was the anniversary of Katrina, where I lost my wife at.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's been a trying decade.
Everybody just chalks it up to drug abuse or bad choices. And, sorry.
Like, even if it is fucking drug abuse, by the way, shouldn't we help those people? You know what I mean? Like, not every fucking homeless person needs to be a valedictorian, right? I mean, and this guy is not making that point at all, obviously. But it is good for liberals to see that, like, homeless people are not the most, like, the most visible aspect of homelessness that everybody sees and associates with. It's just that, like, these people need help. Get your rich buddies there to help them then. You're the most capable here. How does someone develop such a fucking idiotic perspective on this issue? Listen, dumb fuck. Individual actions will not solve systematic problems. Are you fucking stupid? You are so fucking dumb and selfish. You are selfishly abdicating your own advocacy. You are literally working for these fucking corporate interests for no goddamn reason to be like, yeah, there's no way to fix this. The only way to fix it is by getting rich people to fix it. It's idiotic. It doesn't work that way. You cannot solve the housing problem by getting a couple of my rich buddies to help. You want to know how? Because we fundraise in this community all the goddamn time on initiatives such as this one. I've donated to a shit ton of these initiatives. It hasn't helped. You want to know why? Because you can't fucking fix systematic failure when there's a new homeless person becoming homeless every fucking second in this goddamn country. Because it doesn't start with individual solutions. It is a systematic fucking failure. It is our housing policies. What? I slept in my car for 3 years while being full-time employed. I have 2 bachelor's degrees and I was working literally in my field of study. They don't pay lab worker shit. Student loans, rent, and eventually groceries on credit all piled up. Only reason I got back into an apartment is because I got lucky on a job hop. If I didn't get my new job, that would have probably been it for me. Homelessness pulls you down like concrete boots. Once you fall in, it's almost impossible to get out. Exactly. It's so crazy. People just like literally will look at the problem and refuse to understand it when they're staring at it. And a guy who is the most knowledgeable on the issue, who's dedicated his life to trying to solve this problem, is telling you directly, this is a systematic issue. This is an affordability crisis for housing. That's how people become homeless. And this guy's like, why don't you fix it, dumbass? Volunteer at the soup kitchen, please, period. Our help will not stop private sector from buying houses and apartments and removing the tenants inside. Yes.
It's not always the case.
If anybody's listening, we just want a place to go.
Thank you very much for talking to me.
It is policy. Homelessness is a policy failure. That's what it is, simply put. There's no other reason for it. I hope that one day we look back at this moment in time with so much disdain that we could not comprehend how immoral we acted. In the unimaginably cruel and unusual and immoral ways we acted. Where the solution to homelessness was just like pushing them away from sight.